Hi, we're here on the floor of the Reseller Park at IFA 2010 in Berlin, and I'm sitting here with Saul Matthews, who is the EMEA Marketing Director for Lexar Media. And, Saul, I'm very happy for you to join us today because, Lexar is an interesting company with a couple different diversifications to talk about today. And I thought it'd be interesting if you could explain to our readers some of the directions that you're going in. Maybe start first with the Lexar brand.
Well, thank you for inviting me, first of all. I appreciate the time. So if you haven't heard of Lexar Media, Lexar is actually one of the go-to-market brands for a company called Micron, and we're the world number 2 semiconductor manufacturer. So we're manufacturing NAND flash, which you would see in cards and USB drives, but also DRAM and SSD drives for the PC market. So we go to market with the Lexar brand for cards and USB drives, and then we also have a range of DRAM upgrade modules and SSD drives that replace hard disks under the Crucial brand. Mm-hmm. We also, under license, manufacture and distribute Kodak's range of memory cards and USB drives.
And those are 3 very excellent brands and excellent directions, and each one must come with its own challenge. Maybe we should talk first, on the Lexar side, and just say what are some of the things that are coming up for you, in that brand area.
Right, so if remembering that Lexar specifically addresses everything from pro photography, where people are earning their living taking photographs and you must take a picture that must work.
The Photokina crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we manufacture everything up to 600X compact flash cards, which are the fastest, most reliable and the best cards in the world. These things cost hundreds of dollars, but there's margin in it for the channels who know how to sell that, along with digital SLR cameras that cost thousands of dollars.
Right.
So we have a pro photography business, but that's probably a small percentage of overall sales because there are a lot of keen amateur photographers out there,
right,
and people who are now using cameras to shoot HD video as well. So
I see you're looking at us when you're saying that. There you go.
Yeah. So,
all of us journalists who are turning into
and we're recording this on an HD camera,
right,
which requires a high-speed, high-capacity video card that's ready to record this stuff. So we manufacture photography, we manufacture cards for videography, and then we also manufacture and distribute a range of mobile and SD cards for just about any host device that needs memory.
And all those host devices are expanding rapidly, and certainly there's going to be a growing business on that side for everybody.
Well, here's the amazing thing. In the last 2 years, the world economic crisis has meant that a lot of manufacturing capacity in NAND and DRAM has gone offline. There are not many manufacturers left. Supply is very limited and demand is still growing. So one of the great things about this sector is that I think in the past memory had this perception in the channel that it's good, it works, I'll install it, I won't make much money. Well, hey, prices have gone up over 200% over the last year or so.
200%.
Because of the supply and demand imbalance. That's not going to change anytime soon for the next 18 months or so. So this is a great time to be coming back to the market with value-added solutions.
Right.
Instead of just selling a card, we're asking our business partners to sell solutions which involve software applications which actually help people in how they use devices rather than just installing an 8 gig memory card.
Well, it sounds like exactly the right message. And historically, memory has had this volatile image, and the fact that it will be going up and stable, this is a very strong point. Let's turn for a minute to Crucial, because there we have another transformation in the industry going on, and that one is very significant to the computer retailers. Let's talk about solid state drives for a minute.
Well, this is definitely the biggest hockey stick that I can think of in our industry at the moment. So solid-state drives started off as a good idea, but there was always a challenge about the price versus capacity. Hard disks, the traditional mechanical drives, were always seen as faster and much cheaper. So the challenge for us as a manufacturer was to develop the technology so that we could at least match or exceed the read-write speeds and the performance ratings, and then at least be on par with capacity. And we've achieved that. The latest series of Crucial SSD drives, the C300.
Is it there?
Yeah.
Let me just hold
So
it up
there
for
we
you.
make those in 64, 128 and 256 gig capacities. This was the first time when an SSD drive started delivering read and write speeds which are better than a hard disk. So this is 355 meg read-write. So now we can actually say this is a genuine and credible replacement for a hard disk in terms of performance, but you've also got all the benefits of no moving parts, robustness, economy, power consumption on top.
You might call the need for the solid-state drive crucial today.
Yeah, and so we're actively growing a very large distribution and reseller channel in all the major regions around Europe. We've just launched our new partner portal so that people can access technical specs and information, marketing support and programs, and we're actually recruiting several thousand VARs and resellers across particularly UK, France and Germany at the moment to join in the cause, because the value proposition isn't just a Crucial drive or a Lexar card. We're often finding that resellers that we're talking to, I'll give you a great example. A lot of Apple authorized resellers out there are selling both, because they're supplying camera equipment and photography equipment, but also the Macs, which need turbocharging with SSDs and DRAM. And when you join all those technologies up and make a systems and a solution sale to the consumer, they're getting huge efficiency savings by combining all the technologies.
And in fact, that's the interesting thing about the computer business today. It's not a standalone business. It's actually a business where we're expanding into all these solutions that make it a very vital part of everybody's business as well as livelihood and hobby.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much, Saul. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate all the attention that we are able to talk about the memory and the and to focus on the solid state drive, which is very important, and we haven't had that yet on the program. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.